Who knew that a dark photon-powered flying death robot giving birth out of its mouth to a flying serpent on a distant planet would be the least surprising thing in a television series? Hey everyone, I'm Brent the Middleman, your middle-aged middle manager in Middle America in a midlife crisis, here today with another video about HBO Max's sensational sci-fi series Raised by Wolves. After all the craziness in episode 6, I know we are all dying, which is probably better than turning into a tree, to find out what is going to happen next. In this video, I am going to give a brief recap of episode 6, and then break down the teaser trailer that HBO posted after the last episode to see if we can make any predictions. So tuck your babies into your chest cavities and grab a fresh Sue fruit because away we go. Raised by Wolves Season 2 Episode 6 brought us some of the biggest WTF moments of the entire series. We saw a million-year-old android brought back to life, and we learned it has the same dark photon processor that makes Mother so powerful. But instead of being a weapon like our favorite mama, her systems are designed for something else. Oh, and Campion's touch seems to be what can activate her floating glowing power. And was the show implying that grandmother had something to do with what happened to Tempest's baby? Speaking of Tempest, she gave birth down by the acid ocean with the intention of tossing the little bugger in. Little did she know, the planet had the same idea. After giving birth and falling in love with little Otho, a giant mama sea creature with multiple breasts rose up from the whirlpools and snatched the little bundle of Mithraic joy. It's too bad Hunter and his creepy headless android got there just a little too late. The final shock of the episode started with Sue singing the lullaby she didn't recognize in Season 1 and that she heard Vita singing while checking out Tempest's baby. It turns out this magic Mithraic melody was the secret key to opening the seed box. But this was no normal seed. It immediately disintegrated into Sue's hand and took over her brain like a parasite, forcing her to dig her own grave. Or, more accurately, her own planter box. Paul and Marcus awaken to find the Tree of Life has grown and Sue is nowhere to be found. After eating the very on-the-nose brain-looking fruit, Marcus sees energy flowing up the tree and hears a heartbeat, and he seems to realize that his Mary Sue is now the one with Morningwood. And that's where we left off last time, which leads us into what we are going to see in episode 7, which is titled Feeding. And just as a FYI, episode 8, which will be the final episode of season 2, will be titled Happiness. As episode 7's name would imply, it appears as if the other humans will also start feeding off the tree just as Marcus did. Will Cleaver eat from the tree and have his mind healed? What will eating from the tree do to an Earth human on 22B? Based on what we've seen in the show so far, probably nothing good. In the trailer, we see that they've boxed up the fruit from the tree and the atheists start to chow down. We also see that the hunt for Tempest's baby is underway, as they seem to have captured a sea creature. It looks like Father is lending a hand because he's the father all of us deserve. Mother activates her necromancer powers and flies over to the new tree. We see her reach out and touch it. We've seen that she can almost see inside of things. Will she know that this is actually Sue? Then we get a shot of a sea creature swimming, followed by a scene with the mama creature breastfeeding Tempest's baby in some cavern under the sea. How is this baby able to withstand all of this? We know Campion is special after being born on Kepler and nearly dying until Mother's necro tears seem to have saved him. I also believe he is genetically linked to Campion Sturgis, who I believe is a descendant of the original Kepler humans to be born on Earth. But Tempest's baby has not been in contact with necro tears, and there is no obvious link to it and the original Kepler humans on Earth. The only thing that it has in common with Campion is that it was born on Kepler. But that didn't help Campion's other original siblings. Grandmother did scan Tempest and show her baby on her veil. Did this alter the baby somehow? The birth seemed to speed up after this. We also saw a memory of a sea creature go by when Father was rebooting Granny just before she shut herself down. Is Granny linked to this baby napping in some way? Mother will definitely not like that. Maybe the father, Otho, who was a Heliodromus, the second highest ranking Mithraic, was also a descendant of the original Kepler humans on Earth, and so he passed those genes along. That's why Soul's voice woke him and commanded him to be fruitful when on the ark. Be fruitful. Interesting choice of words, right? Then we get a shot of Vril in her new, amazingly creepy mask. Can I just say that I love this character? What a wild card to have running around. Also, another super powerful android that Campion will be able to control. Paul may end up hating Soul and other non-human beings after what happened to his mom. So will this be another thing pitting him against Campion, who is a friend of the androids? It's a lot like Romulus and Remus, the founders of Rome, who were raised by wolves until Romulus killed Remus so he could become king. The pieces are falling into place. We see Hunter and Father arming themselves for a sea creature hunt, and then it flashes to Vril shoving Hunter on those same rocks. Is Vril out to kill any human she deems a threat? Mother rushes over to Vita as she sits next to Holly looking frantic. Then over to the atheist going to town on the fruit. We see number 7 bashing through his cage door, throwing even Mother back. Wow, this serpent is strong to knock a necromancer back like that. I assume number 7 is compelled to get to the tree. Campion hides in a tank or something like that. Is he hiding from number 7 or something else? Number 7 flies over the camp screaming like a necromancer as we see Paul and Marcus covering their ears. He is definitely going to the tree. Or is he upset that humans are eating from the tree and he is trying to stop them? Maybe number 7 wants to protect humans, since his brothers and sisters are human. We see that his screams are so loud that it is shaking the ground, even making Father fall from the rocks as he is trying to get up to Hunter and Tempest, who may be hiding from Vril. We know that it would take a ton of force to knock Father off of the rocks, as we've seen him climb things before without much issue. Or is the trailer deceiving us and we were meant to think it's number 7 causing the shaking when it could be something else? Maybe the electromagnetic field is getting taken down by all of the people eating the fruit, and the energy we saw flowing through the tree gets stronger and it starts to take down the field. Marcus's one little bite caused energy to surge from the roots, which may extend all the way to the core. So everyone eating at the same time may allow Soul to get up from the core through the roots of the tree, since he couldn't get in through the EMF before. But if it can take down the electromagnetic field, then Soul can get in over the whole planet. Then we get a shot of Grandmother still hooked up to the wires. Is Grandmother doing something to cause the shaking and screaming? And to end the trailer, we see Mother letting loose a necromancer scream. So, with the tree energy, number 7, Grandmother and Mother all out and about at the same time, that's a ton of dark photon energy loose in the tropical zone at once. With only 2 episodes left, I have a good feeling that we're going to get a lot of answers in this next episode, but also building up for even more reveals in the season finale. The creator of the show, Aaron Guzikowski, has said in multiple interviews that he knows the whole story arc and he has it mapped out for 5 seasons. This tells me to be prepared to get some answers, but not all. There will be more mysteries moving forward, and I love it. I want to end this video by thanking everyone for supporting the channel. I love all the theories in the comments, and I do my best to interact with all of them. As always, please drop a like if you enjoyed the video, and I'll be back soon with some more. Once again, I'm Brent the Middleman, and I'll see you next time.